Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today we're checking out our 2023 Yamaha 275 SDX. This is a twin jet boat that was on display at last year's Daytona Beach Boat Show. This is an extremely well equipped example that measures in at 27 feet in length with a beam of 9 feet and a draft of only 22 inches. As you can see, she's got a solid hardtop that not only gives extra strength to the boat's design, but also gives you plenty of shade and protection from the elements too. And from every angle, this boat just seems a very modern design, from all the curves to the finishing touches, the chrome accents. And I was really impressed with the shine you get from the hull. As you can see, this one was undercover at the boat show and it's still getting an incredible shine from it. Now this boat's got the slate blue exterior, but you can also get this in a grey colour instead. And this one's got quite a wide beam right up to the bow, so this one's going to offer you great stability, both at high speed but also at low speeds, giving everybody on board extra comfort. And from a price point, the boat you see here was on offer at the boat show for $171,799. And when I mentioned optional upgrades, this one's got the swim up seating, which I think these are great to have. And these are obviously removable. You'll see we've got the twin jets, you've got underwater lighting. And then as we make way on board, you'll see this one's been fully kitted out for all your guests to enjoy regardless of where they're seated. And that includes both forward facing and rear facing seats. Throughout the boat you're going to see that we've got the marine grade matte decking on here. And I love the fact that it's finished to a high standard in design, but it's also got like a button stud effect, so they're easy to remove. So if you ever need to clean these or repair these or even replace them, it can easily be done. And being jet driven, one of the things I like about this boat is you've got easy access to the drive unit itself without going in the water, so that way if anything does get clogged up in the jet intake, you can pull out that Publix bag or whatever it is that's in there and you can get back underway. And then note the aluminum plate that we've got here in the port quarter. This is where you can mount a cockpit table. There's several places on board you can do that, including up in the forward bow. And instead on the starboard side, that's where you're going to have access to your Bluetooth stereo system. You'll see the two large seats have got the sun pad effect, and you can be forward facing or rear facing, but there's also infill cushions where you can turn this into one large pad as well. And for when you have been enjoying time in the water, as soon as you come on here, we do also have a freshwater shower. We've got courtesy lighting throughout. Imagine this is an impressive boat at night all lit up. And regardless of where it is on the boat, look at how thick the padding is for the seats, both what you sit on and also your backrest. This is going to be an extremely comfortable boat to spend many hours on a summer's day on the water. And storage is always a premium on a boat, especially on smaller boats, and in this one every possible space is being converted to storage. As an example, if I lift up this seat on the starboard side, and it's the same on the port, but on the starboard side you'll notice that we've got two storage trays. But these larger boxes are actually where the engine's based. So if you move these trays out of the way, you see you've got full access to the engine. And this boat's powered by twin supercharged 4-cylinder 4-stroke Super Vortex high output Yamaha marine engines. They're 1800cc and 250 horsepower each, so you've got 500 horsepower at your fingertips. This will give you a top speed of around 50 miles per hour, and you've got 90 gallons of fuel on board. When we take a closer look, you'll see that tower and hardtop. This has got a panoramic skylight built into it. You've also got a towing post up there, so if you want to have tubes, wakeboarding, skis, things like that, you can easily do that with this boat. And you'll see at the base this is on hinges, so that way it can drop down and not be as intrusive when it's on the road. And moving forward, next up we've got a little wet bar area. You got a small sink under this section. This has obviously got hot and cold water. And underneath this area there's a storage section that's dedicated to having a large cooler, so that way you get plenty of drinks and refreshments on board for everyone. And then above that we've got a pull-out drawer, ideal for utensils, bottle openers, or perhaps even some snacks. On the port side you see we've got a co-pilot seat, again an extremely comfortable seat. This one does rotate, it's also got the armrests that lift up out of the way. Good handholds on the side of the hull, as well as drinks holders in there. But what's also really beneficial with this design is that it's actually got a lockable heads compartment. Now for the boat show, you can see that this has primarily been used for storage. I believe these are the infill seats that turn that sun pad into one large seating area. You can also use this for privacy if you wanted to get changed of clothes. Or it's a good spot for larger storage for things like if you had an overall canopy cover for the boat, seat covers and things like that. And I take a closer look at this snap-in teak style marine mat. This is going to be far easier to maintain and far cheaper to maintain in the long run compared to a traditional teak deck. And under the centre section we've actually got large storage in here. This would be ideal for fishing rods, for skis. You could also throw in some backpacks or something along those lines down here too. And then the helm's located to starboard. This one's been equipped with a Drive X with electric power steering. It's got a 12.3 inch Connect touchscreen display with maps and joystick. It does come with a cruise assist in the no wake mode. It's also got the Yamaha drive control. This is a throttle by wire technology. You'll have your full engine instrumentation, but you're also going to have things like a depth finder, water temperature, and charging ports for handheld devices including cell phones. I also like the fact you can adjust the angle of the steering wheel, because the helm seat does have the bolster effect should you want to sit down or stand up, and you can adjust the steering accordingly. And underneath the helm console you have got more storage, but more importantly you've got access to all the different electrics and electronics, so if you ever needed to carry out repairs or upgrades in the future, having such easy access is going to be a huge saving in both time and money. And then on the bow we've got spacious seating up here. Again, you can see one of those plates for mounting the cockpit table. There's also infill cushions available, which again turns this into a large sun pad. This one's also got a dedicated anchor locker, so if you ever wanted to you could easily install an anchor and chain here. I like the amount of handhold that's in place in the bow, especially considering this can do 50 miles per hour. And again, look at how comfortable the seating is, both for where you seat and for your backrest. You also have more drinks holders up here. You've also got speakers. With this boat it really doesn't matter where you sit, you're always going to have extreme comfort and enjoyment. And if I lift the base of these seats up, you'll see that we've got storage underneath on both sides. This would also be a great spot to keep the bow lines, maybe even a fender or two. And then looking aft, you can see we can close that forward windshield off if you wanted a windbreak. And as I walk through, this boat just feels so much bigger than it actually is, and with so much space, everybody on board is going to enjoy their time on the water. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. If you can leave a comment down below. If you haven't done so already, if you can hit that like and subscribe button, it really does make a difference. I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.